Judges 1:19 in the ASV says, "And Jehovah was with Judah, and drove out the inhabitants of the hill country, for he could not drive out the inhabitants of the valley, because they had chariots of iron." I mentioned this verse to a Christian one time, and he said, that doesn't mean Yahweh wasn't strong enough to fight against iron chariots. It just means Judah wasn't. My response was, so what? So what if it was Judah who couldn't defeat the valley people? You know what that means, right? It just means Judah could defeat the hill people. If it was Judah who couldn't, it was Judah who could. So saying it was Judah doesn't help anything. Yahweh was with Judah and presumably helped drive out the hillbillies. Otherwise, why even mention Yahweh's presence? Just say Judah was strong and beat the people living in the hills because they were weaker. But Yahweh was mentioned. He helped Judah defeat the people in the hills, or so we are to believe. So why didn't Yahweh do the same against the valley people? Why? Well, we're told why. They had iron chariots. And Yahweh's obviously worthless against iron chariots. And that means, of course, and again, that Judah defeated the people of the hill country all alone. Yahweh was worthless there too. Had the hill country been stronger and mightier than Judah, Judah would have failed there as well. Let's say you fall down the stairs today and you skin your knee. And let's say you tell the story to your friend and declare, "Thank God, I just skinned my knee. I could have hit my head on the hardwood floor and killed myself, but God was with me." Okay, but where was your God when you tripped on the ice last winter and broke your right arm? Or maybe hurt your head and had to be in the hospital for days. Where is he when a baby gets cancer and dies before its second birthday? Where is he now as 5.5 million people have died of COVID-19? Where will he be when you get dementia and can't remember your own children? Does he occasionally run into the kitchen to grab himself a snack and miss a few things? If your God doesn't help you do what you cannot do by yourself, then your God does not help you at all. If you can go to the doctor and get medicine for your thyroid, yes, you can live a normal life. If your surgery can fix your heart problem, you heal. But you can't grow back a limb. And guess what? Yahweh can't do that for you either. Funny how that works, huh? We can do only what we ourselves can do. With or without Yahweh, we accomplish only what we are capable of accomplishing on our own. This story about Judah's battles proves this. But this is how Yahweh always wins in the minds of Christians. If they work hard and reach a goal, Yahweh helped them. If they don't reach the goal, they failed themselves. All the good comes from Yahweh, and the bad is on them, or maybe on Satan. The same is true, as I mentioned, for health issues. A Christian goes to the doctor, takes medicine, has surgery, or follows whatever treatment is deemed necessary by a human doctor. The Christian is healed and starts praising Yahweh for healing him. But if the doctor can't heal the person, neither can Yahweh. Then, of course, Yahweh has something better in store. The person will learn a very important lesson by being sick, or maybe the hospice nurse will be saved by the example or teaching of the sick person. And if the person dies, well, that's even better. Now they're resting high on that mountain because Yahweh needed another angel. Some Christians won't take the COVID vaccination because they're covered in the blood of Jesus. He is their vaccine. Sure, they've taken other vaccines for other diseases and illnesses. And sure, they go to the doctor for everything else. Oh, and if they get COVID, they'll run to the doctor for that too. But somehow taking the COVID vaccine means they don't trust Yahweh to take care of them. Oh, and they have guns too. Big guns, lots of guns. And they aren't hunters. No, they buy their meat from the grocery store just like the rest of us. Their guns are for protection because they aren't stupid. They know Yahweh is not going to protect them from being shot. And while I don't own a gun, I don't blame them. I don't trust Yahweh to protect me either. I mean, if he can't defend against darn chariots, he can't defend against a speeding bullet. He ain't Superman. I'll die when Yahweh calls me home, they say, regarding COVID and its vaccination and wearing masks and social distancing. I don't live in fear. Except when they do, of course, which is why they have their trusty guns and lock their doors at night and probably in the daytime too, and run to humans for help every time they get sick. Oh, and they beg Jesus to come quickly, Lord, come quickly. Then if they think they might be fixing to go to their Lord, they start praying like crazy to Yahweh to heal them and, yes, running to the doctor to get every treatment humans have devised. And I don't hear them praying, let me die right now, Lord. I want to come and be with you. So why do they beg him to come quickly and take them out of this cruel world? They would probably say that they don't want to leave their children. I mean, I understand that. But the truth is, their God tells them that if they love their children more than they love him, they aren't worthy of him. I'll tell you what I think. I think they know they can pray till the cows come home for Jesus to come, and he's not coming. But they're not about to pray to die. Yahweh might hear that prayer, and he might actually answer that one. It reminds me of a story I used to hear. A preacher got up in a little country church and said, how many here want to go to heaven? Everybody but one little old man in the back raised their hands. The preacher said, brother, don't you want to go to heaven someday? And the old man nodded his head and said, well, yeah, preacher, I do. But I thought you was getting up a load to go tonight. I'd be okay if the passage above said Judah couldn't defeat the people in the valley because the people ran away, or some more pressing issue called Yahweh away. Well, not really, because he's supposed to be everywhere and could stop the valley dwellers if they tried to run away. But seriously, aren't chariots? That's what it takes to defeat Yahweh? Who would have thought? But here's the thing. If we can bury ourselves in iron caskets, he won't be able to get in. He won't be able to raise us from the dead, and he won't be able to cast us into hell. And once again, we humans can foil the plans of the so-called Almighty Yahweh. It just takes a little iron. You know how people sometimes say the Lord helps them that help themselves? Well, yeah. Except it ain't no Lord doing it. It's people doing it themselves and claiming they receive divine aid. And that's fine if they feel the need to glorify their God in that way. One man said he thanks Yahweh for good outcomes just in case. Just in case Yahweh had something to do with it. And that, of course, is the man's prerogative. But when a Christian declares openly that Yahweh did this and Yahweh did that, and especially when Yahweh didn't do this and that for others, to me, is going too far. It's making a statement that the person doesn't know is true, and it's claiming divine love and protection that the person knows is denied to many. Of course, it's denied them too. They just got lucky, or had the money to pay for the best treatment, or studied hard, or whatever. But they did it themselves, or another human or humans helped them do it. And really, why would they want help that their brother or sister can't have? Why would they want to be the recipient of special treatment from a higher up? We call that nepotism, and we tend to look down on it. Thank you for watching. Bye.